Kons Podcast.
Kons Podcast.
You hate me, don't you?
Hit that like button, subscribe and share.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Constant content.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Updates that came in on this David case is now being put in front of a grand jury. We all know that I let you know last time he is now a suspect in this case. And it seems like they cracking down on it though. They definitely seem like they cracking down on this case finally. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's definitely taking a long time. A lot of people was very tight-lipped. Wasn't nobody saying nothing. Yeah, 7.6 magnitude earthquake was triggered tsunami warnings. Tsunami warnings up to 3 meters high out there in the do this episode, but I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? La Paloma, you know what I'm saying? I believe that's what they named the earthquake. You know what I'm saying? Being that I lived through that. Anybody from the Bay Area that was 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying? 21 Savage went on this whatever show it was with some dude named Banks. I'd have seen dude interview with different people before. You know what I mean? But so you feel me? Now, I don't know where these lines got blurred at. But now I'm from the old school, you know what I'm saying? The snitching is when you go and get caught up for a crime or something. Let's say somebody, what's happening? What is going on? What's going on? You know what I mean? It's Kons Podcast at you once again, episode 340. You know what I mean? Episode 340 today. How y'all doing? It's a Friday. You know what I mean? We have made it to the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It is a Friday. We are at the weekend, the end of the week. Hope all y'all weeks was successful, productive. You know what I mean? And so forth. You know what I'm saying? Friday, I got a few topics for you today. You know what I mean? Definitely 3 topics, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to be touching on today. You know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode, 339. You know what I mean? In case you was too busy, in case you got too drunk, in case you had to go break up a fight with your kids, whatever happened and you missed something in the last episode. This is what I let you know about a drone in South Carolina flew over in the prison yard, dropped a Christmas package on the yard with some Old Bay seasoning, crab meat, some steaks, some tree, and some cigarettes, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, somebody didn't get their package. Also, let you know about a plane crash and landed safely on I-95 in Florida. Nobody was unalived or let alone seriously injured. Also, Andy Dick was found unresponsive in them Hollywood streets. You know what I'm saying? Also let you know that, you feel me? That was last episode 339, 340 today though, you know what I mean? Hope everybody is doing cool though. It's cool weather out here, definitely cold still, you know what I'm saying? Cool 49 degrees, you know what I'm saying? That weather I've been waiting for, I've been rolling, it's finally here to stay. You know what I mean? It's my season, you know what I'm saying? But for episode 340 today, you know what I mean? In case this your first episode though, before we go into episode 40, in case it's your first time here, this your first episode, you wondering what this is about. This is where we go over the news, go over the headlines, go over whatever headlines you might have seen when you logged onto your computer, whether your homepage is Google News, Yahoo News, MSNBC, Hip Hop DX, whatever news or headlines you might have seen, I'm probably touching on right here on Kons Podcast, you know what I mean? So let me keep you updated on this wicked world, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and keep it tuned and share this out to all your friends, family, homies, and all that. You know what I mean? It's uncensored. I mean, it's censored. You know what I'm saying? No cussing on here, you feel me? So share it with your kids, watch it with your whole family. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that ain't gonna be censored is my clips that I might show you. You know what I'm saying? Definitely might be some cussing in there, somebody else's podcast or somebody else talking about something that I'm talking about. But you know what I mean? That's for me. You know what I'm saying? I definitely cleaned this up. No more cuss profanity on here. You know what I mean? Brighten the audience. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is episode 340. You know what I mean? I got 3 topics today. We're gonna do some updates on that David case. Got some fresh little updates on that. Also, a 7.6 earthquake hit somewhere, triggered some tsunami warnings. We're going to touch on that and speak on where that happened at. And also, 21 Savage and a dude named Banks had a little heated conversation about snitching, and he brought up Gunner's name. I got the clips for that as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's Kons Podcast episode 340. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for tuning in. This episode is also going to be unedited. For real this time. No edits. I'm not going back and cutting up nothing. Usually when I say that, I still go back and cut stuff up. I'm literally going to do what I said this time. I'm just going to go put the clips in and move on. Ain't going to be no edits. All raw. Just going to be a live style show. You know what I'm saying? No cutting up the audio or none of that. So, without no more further ado, without no more chit-chat, banter, you know what I'm saying? Let's jump right into these topics, you feel me? Some new updates on this David case, you know what I'm saying? New updates that came in on this David case is now being put in front of a grand jury. We all know that I let you know last time he is now a suspect in this case, you know what I'm saying? But a grand jury, which means they can start calling witnesses to the stand and making people talk. Everybody's so tight-lipped, nobody want to say nothing. But now they can be called to the stand and testify their side of the story or what they know. You know what I'm saying? According to TMZ, it was overheard in the court hallway where his music executive was being grilled by a deputy district attorney as to why he didn't call the cops. When they came out in the hallway outside the courtroom, people heard, "Why didn't you call the police?" He was grilling them, questioning them, and he just answered, "I just wanted to continue with the tour." So this next little clip you're about to see is the clip from TMZ, the ones who put this out. Check it out.
A very interesting development in the case involving singer David and Celeste Rivas, the woman who was found dead in his car. There is a grand jury that has been hearing evidence in this case, and it is clear to us, based on what we know with the LAPD and now what we know with the LA County DA, that David is in the crosshairs as a suspect. Something happened outside the grand jury room in the hallway that seems to rope in
really focus on
music executives who may or may not know something connected to all of this.
In fact, the person who spent most of the day on Monday testifying before the grand jury is a guy who is the head of David's record label and the tour company that operates his most recent tour. His name is Robert Morgan Roth Jr. And he, like I said, spent most of the day on Monday before the grand jury. When he walked out of the grand jury, and this is what you're referring to, there was a conversation he had with his lawyer in a hallway.
Now let's explain this. This is a kind of wide hallway outside of the criminal courts building, and the hallway echoes. And there were about a half dozen people around, and he was talking loud enough that people heard it.
Right.
And what was said, her name is Beth Silverman. She is a very seasoned prosecutor, very aggressive prosecutor.
And what he said to his lawyer in this hallway, again, loud enough for other people to hear, he said, "She was grilling me about why I didn't call cops."
Why I didn't call cops. That is really, really interesting. Now, his response is also interesting.
Right. He said, I feel like I didn't have the responsibility to do that and just wanted to continue with the tour."
So let's kind of unpack this. Number one, we can't say what he was supposed to call cops about according to the DA. This could have to do with anything except for one thing. It seems that the DA believed that there was some criminal conduct for which cops should be called.
Right.
That seems
obvious. Why else
obvious.
would the DA be asking that?
And what the case is about is the LAPD and apparently the DA believe that David may have been the culprit here in the death of Celeste Rivas.
We know that they are operating as calling him a suspect in her death.
That's right. And his answer to me sounds like someone who was either told some information or knew some information, formed a judgment that he wanted to continue with the tour rather than call police. It doesn't sound as if he was maybe sort of not in the know. It sounds as if he knew something.
Well, that's
either
what the
told
DA
him,
so we
and that's why the DA was pushing on this
The other
issue.
thing we don't know here is exactly what tour he's referring to. But we do know that when the body was found in David's car, he was on tour, in the middle of a tour that even after the news of the body being found in his car, continued that tour for another week or so.
Now, to be fair, this gentleman was with David since 2022, and there have been 3 tours. So it could be a prior tour, except The prior tour doesn't really make sense because Celeste wasn't an issue until this tour.
What criminal activity was going on?
So what criminal activity was going on? But you connect the dots there.
And this dovetails with our understanding that he is considered a suspect. David is considered a suspect, and this now dovetails with the prosecutor grilling.
You're in front of a grand jury and you're asking
trying to get charges.
his tour manager about, obviously.
So it's a big no-no to be overheard. I'm not sure it was intentional ever. That hallway does echo. We've been in it many, many times, but it is taken very seriously when the grand jury proceedings are publicly available in this way.
And it just is interesting. It's like, why didn't you tell police? It means he said something or acknowledged something that triggered the DA to say that if you knew what you just said, why didn't you call the police? And he's saying, not my responsibility. My job is to make sure the tour goes on. That's really interesting.
The president of singer David's touring company was grilled on Monday by a deputy district attorney in front of a grand jury on why he didn't call police. A grand jury is hearing evidence in the death of Celeste Rivas, and TMZ broke the story that LAPD's robbery homicide division is considering David as a suspect in what they say is murder. So Robert Morgenroth is the general manager of Mogul Vision, which is David's record label, and also the president of Zara Brothers Travel, which is David's touring company. We learned that he testified all day on Monday and at one point steps out into the hallway where about a half dozen other people are standing. He comes out to talk to his lawyer and is speaking loud enough that others can hear. He refers to the deputy DA presenting the case to the grand jury, Beth Silverman, and he says, "She was very pushy on why I didn't call police." He then recounted how he responded, saying, "I said I didn't feel like I had the responsibility to do that and just wanted to continue with the tour." We don't know the time frame of the tour he's referring to, but we do know that Celeste's body was discovered in David's Tesla while he was on tour. This underscores that David is squarely in the crosshairs of the LAPD and the LA County District.
That was TMZ speaking on his record, his music exec getting grilled. And apparently dude was with him a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was with him along his life a lot, doing a lot of stuff with him. He was with him for all the little concert shows and all that. So he's probably definitely now a suspect too. He was spent Monday all morning, I believe, getting grilled or testifying or in the court or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Where he was at, where he was getting grilled at in the hallway. Everybody heard this. You know what I'm saying? As you heard TMZ talking about in the clip, you know what I'm saying? Now, this case is interesting, you know what I'm saying? It seems like they cracking down on it, though. They definitely seem like they cracking down on this case finally, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's definitely taking a long time. A lot of people was very tight-lipped. Wasn't nobody saying nothing, you know what I mean? But now, that is being brought to a grand jury. Now, witnesses can start being called to the stand. So all the little friends and the Discord pictures that we seen of him paying people off that might have known about him dating this young girl, all the friends and all that could be start getting called to come and talk and see what they know about David or what they know about the case or Celeste or anything of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So now it's time to apply that pressure, you know what I mean? Now they're finna start putting foots on necks, you know what I mean? But it's about time though, you know what I'm saying? This case been going on forever and ever and ever, and all the evidence, if you're on the outside looking in, we wondering why the hell he ain't been arrested yet, because everything points to you did it, you know what I mean? Everything points to dude did it, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, in cahoots with the girl. He was definitely messing with the girl. He was seen with her, you know what I'm saying? But now it's just not no evidence to be like, oh, you bodied her, you cut her up type deal, you know what I mean? But somebody cut her up and somebody put her in the trunk. She wasn't in the trunk and just passed out and died in the trunk. She didn't cut herself up after death, you feel me? So something went on with this, man, and there's something mysterious and suspicious being that her body was cut up, you know what I'm saying? 7.6 magnitude earthquake was triggered tsunami warnings. Tsunami warnings up to 3 meters high out there in Japan, you know what I'm saying? Tsushima, and had aftershocks. That was about 5.5 magnitude on the Richter scale. It happened late night a couple of days ago around 11:15 p.m. People who lived in the coastal communities next to the water was going to evacuate. In the clips, you're going to see CCTV capture some of the devastating trembling and buildings shaking from this earthquake that shook up Japan on the late night. You know what I'm saying? In the video, also, you're going to see a news clip along with the clips of the buildings shaking and such. Check these clips out.
Don't you?
Yeah, what's up? What's happening? You feel me? This is just a quick little reminder to let you know if you enjoying these clips and this news and these updates that I'm giving you on today's episode, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment on what you think about what I'm talking about. These headlines you hearing, the clips you hearing, leave me a comment, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button and share this out on all your social medias to your homies, to your friends, put it in your family, little chats and all that. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know about Kons podcast. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the episode.
A tsunami warning has been issued for parts of Japan after an estimated 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck around 80 kilometres off the coast. Videos posted to social media show buildings and infrastructure rattling as the tremor hit around 11:15 p.m. local time. There was also a 5.5 magnitude aftershock. There are warnings for tsunami waves up to 3 metres high, and those in coastal communities are being urged to evacuate.
So as you say, you know what I'm saying? That was Japan with the buildings rocking. You know what I'm saying? Had a big earthquake out there. You know what I'm saying? Along with a 5.5 magnitude at the aftershock. Hit them on a late night. You know what I'm saying? That's tragic. You know what I mean? For anybody that ain't never been through an earthquake, you know what I'm saying? Anybody's from the Bay Area, we all been through that. You know what I mean? And a big earthquake happened in '89. I keep saying I'm gonna do this episode, but I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? La Paloma, you know what I'm saying? I believe that's what they named the earthquake. You know what I'm saying? Being that I lived through that. Anybody from the Bay Area that was living in San Francisco in 1989 got a story for you as far as what they were doing, what was going on at that time. That everybody, all of us from that city remembers, from San Francisco I'm speaking of, to be exact, remembers exactly what we were doing, what was going on at that time of the quake. You know what I'm saying? It was in our lifetime, it was our first time witnessing something like that. You know what I mean? Anybody that's my age, that's from the Bay Area, California, you know what I'm saying? So, earthquakes is wild to witness, you know what I'm saying? Everything is shaking. They say the safest thing to do is get in a doorway or get under a table or something, you know what I'm saying? So that nothing don't fall on you or protect your head, protect your neck. You know what I'm saying? But they say the doorway is the strongest places on the foundation of a house. You know what I mean? I learned that just being from the city, you know what I'm saying? That was definitely earthquake struck a lot, you know what I mean? So after that big old quake, yeah, they started putting it in the schools and all that, teaching you what to do when an earthquake come, you know what I'm saying? So this is what they was doing in the city, you know what I mean? But earthquakes ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? Being that they had a 7.6, I believe that's close to the one that happened in '89 in the Bay. It was 7 point something on the Richter scale. This was 7.6, you know what I'm saying? Then they triggered tsunami warnings by the people that live on the coast, you know what I mean? So that is wild, you know what I mean? Big earthquake happened out there in Japan, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my experience, you know what I mean? Mom was cooking neck bones, frying some chicken, you know what I mean? When everything happened, I believe the World Series was on, Brady Bunch was on, you know what I mean? And everything started shaking, you know what I'm saying? Pops came from around the corner skirting in a white Nissan pickup truck, you know what I mean? He came all the way from Hayward. He made it to the house. Mind you, that was like an hour drive. He made it back to the house in like 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Came skirting around the corner. I'll never forget that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, and that earthquakes is wild to live through. 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying? 21 Savage went on this, whatever show it was, with some dude named Banks. I'd have seen dude interview with different people before, you know what I mean? But some dude named Banks, he went on there and they got to talking about snitching, you know what I'm saying? And then Gunner came up, you know what I mean? He 21 Savage was saying his take on what he felt about that, and they had a whole little debate about what is snitching, what ain't snitching, what lines should be crossed, and this and that, you feel me? So I had got a few clips on this interview that took place with 21 Savage and Banks, you know what I'm saying? So I got a few clips that you're going to see in the next clips, and also academics on what he had to say on this conversation between between 21 Savage and this dude named Banks. Check it out.
Why? I don't feel like that could be patched up.
I try to put them niggas on group text. Them niggas ain't nobody say nothing.
I don't feel like. I feel like the only way that'll be patched up is if Gunna say something. Slime didn't do nothing wrong to me. I kind of see. The only thing I told Slime was, this your young nigga, man. You know this young nigga, right? Yeah. You know in your heart, goddamn. Then I can't say that neither, cause it be like, I be like going back and forth about this shit. Cause in my heart, I don't feel like he did it to hurt him, but then again, I feel like niggas do anything to get out sometimes too. Niggas do get in that space in their head where it's like, bro, fuck that, I'm ready to come home. But this how I think he was thinking. Like, this is my opinion. I feel like Gunna was thinking in his head, but I ain't saying I seen Slime do nothing. I ain't saying no specific nothing that I seen nobody do nothing like, oh, I seen this happen. I seen this person shoot this person. I seen him leave to go kill him. I felt like he felt like what he was saying wasn't really snitching in his head. Like, shit, it's just like saying some shit. But niggas saying that goddamn, you've seen niggas commit crimes on behalf of YSL. That's bad, bro. That's not good.
Me, don't you?
With my man, and my man don't make it. Boy, everything in his car, everything we just did, he did it.
You still told on a dead nigga.
I don't give a fuck.
Me neither, but I'm just saying, I probably do the same shit.
I'm a rat. Alright, then.
But you still told on a dead nigga.
Right, but so, can a nigga call you a rat for that?
Nigga call what the fuck they want to call.
A nigga can always say anything.
But you told on a dead nigga.
I'm just a rat then at that point.
But you tell on a live.
Why when niggas talk about snitching, they act like it only apply to the streets? I ain't never seen no police officers testify on no police officer.
They got cold.
They supposed to be the ultimate opposite of the streets though, and they stand on the same principle. Nigga, if me and my goddamn what they call that shit, my partner patrolling, and goddamn my partner jump out the car and chase a nigga, and a nigga goddamn got a phone, and he goddamn pulling his phone out, and my partner kill him. Boy, that his partner gonna say, I thought I saw a gun too. Even if he didn't, even if he know in his heart he ain't see no gun. Mm-hmm. But a nigga act like snitching is just this oxymoron from the street. It's not just simplified to that. It is, bro.
No, it is. It is, bro. If you go in there and talk to them folk without a lawyer, you told.
No, you didn't.
All right.
No, you didn't.
I'm saying.
Okay, so different. So let me say something.
Go ahead.
Me and you on the move. Me and you on the move, nigga.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We rob a nigga telling goddamn man bank and Savage robbed me. Woo. Them folks snatch me up. They bring me in the room. Yeah, we want to know did bank rob him? Nah, hell nah. Man, bank was in the bed asleep. I talked to bank.
I feel you.
I told on you.
You can't.
Did I tell on you, man? No.
You kind of did.
How?
Cause get what if I ain't said that?
What you mean?
What if I said I was got there at my mama's house? You told that I was at another house.
Hey, bank, boy, I told them folks you was at home.
I already told them that you fucked the whole case up.
No, you ain't.
Don't say shit, nigga.
No. That ain't snitching. That ain't snitching, man.
What is it then?
That ain't snitching. That's your ass talking too much trying to help a
Thank
nigga. You was talking too much trying to help a nigga, but you wasn't trying to hurt a nigga, man.
I feel what
snitching is trying to hurt a nigga.
No, you
snitching is trying to get another nigga fucked. Listen, man. Snitching is trying to get another nigga fucked up so you can be unfucked up. That's what snitching is, bro.
I understand that, but let me ask you something, right? You did all that lying for me, right? And then them folks tell you, this how they get you. That's why they say you got the right to remain silent. They tell you, okay, well, you finna go to jail for perjury because bank he already said this. You finna be like, oh.
They can't
let me tell you what happened then.
They can't take.
That's how they usually get niggas.
They can't take you to jail for perjury. Perjury is if you lie on under oath. This why it's telling real shit.
Good.
Okay, court did the crime. Shy got down. Shy was at home. She was on camera. Shy got 50 bricks in the house. Yep. 12 push up to get her. She get caught with the work.
Yeah.
I told on her.
Facts.
Because if I didn't put her in it, they would never even hit her house.
Facts.
So that's telling.
That's telling.
Savage kind of just exposed the whole thing right now. Remember when Thug went in the interrogation room and they said, yo, Thug said Roscoe didn't do it because Roscoe, he not like that. And Roscoe is friends with Wayne. Be like, how y'all know Wayne? Be like, oh, Roscoe used to serve Wayne. Do you know what Roscoe went to jail for later? Ain't that the same thing? Even though he did go to jail for shooting at the bus too. But he then later served the longer bid for. So can it be understood that Thug trying to throw the cops off by claiming that Roscoe sold, then he later go to jail for. Maybe the cops was always thinking he was a shooter, not a drug dealer. Now you go in there lying and spinning. You told the cops that he's a guy who's responsible for. Your fruit jams.
Lips that they were having a discussion on snitching. Then I showed you academics and what he felt, how he was exposing certain things in that situation with Gunna and Young Thug. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was exposing anything. I personally don't know. You know what I mean? If he was exposing anything in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But what they said about snitching, though, you know what I mean? They said that it's only in the street or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It said it's not just in the streets. I mean, he said you know what I mean? You don't see police testifying on another police officer, which is kind of true. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a fact. I mean, we definitely don't see that. They got that whole little brotherhood thing happening to where they don't even rat on each other. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Way more than they do in a police brotherhood. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but now I was trying to put the lines across on what is snitching. You feel me? Now, I don't know where these lines got blurred at, but now I'm from the old school. You know what I'm saying? The snitching is when you go and get caught up for a crime or something. Let's say somebody else didn't get caught and you got caught, and you go to the DA office and you start giving up names. This person was this person, that person. This person had the gun. He was riding in the car with whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? I seen him pull the trigger, shot dude, bow. You know what I'm saying? I seen dude fall. You know what I mean? And once you start doing that, you are ratting. You know what I mean? You are ratting. If you give the police a lead that they did not have, you know what I'm saying? You lead them on to something or somebody or something or where something is that might have been stashed somewhere. You are ratting. You know what I'm saying? There is no moving the goalposts with that. You know what I mean? It's no moving the goalposts, and I don't agree with the ratting on somebody who is dead. That will never fly with me. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm just stuck in the pride ways of being from the old school, but even if somebody is dead and I'm in a courtroom, I'm still not gonna rat on a homie that's dead and passed on. I just can't do it. It's just not in me. You know what I'm saying? To just tell a name just because he's dead. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. You know what I mean? It's other niggas out here that'll disagree with me and say if he did, what do it matter? Hey, that's you, to each his own. You know what I mean? But I got a few morals about myself in a few ways that's embedded in me from being on the block, from being in the streets, from being in the trench. You know what I'm saying? I just will never do it. You'll never hear about me putting no rat jacket on ever in life. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. I don't care if dude is dead, if they dead or not. You know what I'm saying? If I know something and don't nobody else know it and it's a crime, you feel me? It's definitely staying with me for sure. You know what I'm saying? Even if something happened to you and you get killed out here, you know what I'm saying? And I know what you did. You know what I mean? It will never be told to the laws. But like I said, man, maybe I'm just old school and you know what I mean? But yeah, to me, that's what snitching is. When you give the police a lead that's something that they didn't even know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And you pointed them in that direction. You know what I'm saying? That's ratting. You know what I mean? That 6ix9ine did in court is ratting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Giving out names, pointing them in the direction, leading them in the right direction. That's ratting. All that is ratting. I don't know what's going on in 2025 where we are moving the goalposts on that, but you can't move the goalposts on that. You know what I'm saying? Ratting is ratting. You feel me? Being Mickey Mouse is being Mickey Mouse. Ain't no other way around it. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I see it, though, when it comes to that, though. You know what I mean? But that's all the topics I got for today. Episode 340. You know what I mean? Episode 340. You feel me? Now, in case you might have been rolling up, in case you might have been hitting too much of the tree, got too high. Maybe you passed out, went to sleep. Maybe kids was fighting upstairs in another room. You had to go break up the fight. Had to walk away from the TV. Didn't know what we was talking about. Let's say you just now coming back to the screen. Let me let you know what you just missed. You feel me? So we just went over new updates on the David case to let you know about new updates on his music executive being grilled about why didn't he tell the police. Also let you know about a 7.6 magnitude earthquake that triggered in Tsushima in Japan. That is, you know what I mean, trigger tsunami warnings up to 3 meters. Also let you know about this 21 Savage and Banks conversation, about them having a conversation about snitching. And also he brought up Gunna, you know what I mean, in that same convo that I showed you the academics. Spoke with it as well, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's everything we went over today. Episode 340. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you share this out. Hopefully you tell somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? As we all know, you could have been doing anything that you wanted to do. You know what I mean? No matter who you was, whether you was a little brother, little sister, whether you was a little niece, a little nephew, whether you was an uncle or auntie, whether you was a grandpa, a grandma, a mother, a father, whether you was cousin Pookie, cousin Mookie, could have been cousin Pete, cousin Man. You know what I'm saying? And if you got pets sitting there with you and your pet is sitting there watching Kons podcast running along with you, whether your pet could be a cat, it could be a pet dog, it could be a pet hedgehog, a pet hyena, you could have a pet frog, you have a pet bearded dragon, a pet alligator, you know what I'm saying? You could have a pet crocodile, a pet giraffe sticking his head through the window, a pet goldfish just moved a fish tank right on in the living room in front of the TV. You know what I'm saying? I definitely salute to him. Or you see the homie scrolling up that screen, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. To beat you here creeping up. You know what I'm saying? In that background was made by none other than amazing beats. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my man. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's Kons Podcast episode 340. It's the weekend. Hope all y'all enjoy it to the fullest. You feel me? And I will see y'all back Monday or Tuesday, depending on what I got going on. Y'all already know how this is. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's Kons Podcast episode 340. Thank you for tuning in. What's happening? Let you know if you were doing these clips and this news and these updates that I'm giving you on today's episode, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button,